Hey guys, welcome back to Tamaya's podcast, and today's topic of discussion is going to be Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Does anybody hold Spice accountable for her actions? Now, I don't want to necessarily dive back into the Erica Mena situation because it has been an ongoing topic, and I've already given you guys my personal opinions and thoughts and my reasons why. Now let's get into it. To answer the question, do me personally feel like Spice, does she normally get held accountable for her actions? I would say no. Now, before I start explaining why, let me just say this. I do respect the fact that Ciara actually held her accountable. Ciara did sit her down and talk to her like, listen, you need to calm down. You got to stop being so aggressive and stop attacking everybody. The situations are, not even that serious, and you're not taking the time to listen to people before you get in attack mode, basically. I appreciate that, and I definitely agree with Ciara 100%. Also, last night episode, Jessica White, I think that's her last name, Jessica was kind of holding her accountable, like, listen, what Bambi is trying to tell you is that she felt attacked. Yes, I agree with everything Jessica stated. And of course, Spice did. Like, it's like she don't like for people to not be on her side. It's like it's either Spice way or the highway. Like, you ever notice that? She don't want to hear nobody else's opinions, nobody else's thoughts. She don't want to hear about nobody else's feelings if it doesn't align with her thoughts, her feelings, her opinions. Like, you got to be on her side, and to me, that's childish and that's wrong. You have to be willing to hear people out. I don't feel like enough people hold her accountable. I absolutely don't feel like they do, and I don't think that that's right. Like, if y'all are as close as y'all portray to be, then I don't think there's anything wrong with sitting your friend down the same way Ciara did and explain to her, like, listen, maybe you could go about handling things differently. I understand you got a lot going on, but we all got a lot. And it gives us no right to verbally or physically attack anybody, attack each other. I mean, everybody's told, and I said I wasn't going to bring it up, but I'm just going to say this because everything ties in together. Everybody's so against Erica, and I understand exactly what she said was wrong if she meant it that way, because I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard it, I didn't think no racial slur. I thought she was saying Spice looked like a monkey, and because Spice have blue hair, that's what I was thinking, blue monkey. But however y'all took it, I'm not making excuses for her. If y'all feel like it was wrong, I understand, but it all ties in because she constantly provokes people and she's constantly aggressive towards people. So, I mean, at some point, people have to realize that pattern. Like, okay, Spice, relax. You're getting into it with several different people in the group. So at this point, we should try to get to the root of the problem, figure out what exactly is causing so much aggression. And that, people love to say that Spice is going through a lot, her surgery, her health scare, and I understand that too, because it is scary. It is, you know what I'm saying? She almost lost her life. That is very, very, very scary. But we all go through things in life, and it's not to downplay her situation, but it's not a big enough excuse to always be provoking people or physically attacking somebody. This is constant. Well, lately it has been constant with her. And it's not right. It's no excuse for it. And last night's episode, seeing her make excuses for her actions. Like, even when her and Bambi had to sit down talking, Bambi said, like, she felt like Spice owes her an apology. I agree. Spice keep on, like, trying to make these excuses in her head, like nobody can't say anything back to her when she disrespect them or when she approached them wrong. She talking about, she snapped because Bambi was like, who you calling fake? Like, was she not supposed to ask you that? Was she not supposed to? Like, why did you? That's the problem. Why did you approach her like that? You cannot say anything you want to say to people and then be acting like, oh, nobody can't defend themselves towards you. Like, no. That's not how life works. Let's be realistic here. I don't understand. It's weird. It's weird. And Spice got to get out of that mentality of thinking like, oh, it's either what I say or it's nothing that no. We are grown people here. We are not elementary school kids. We're not. And then Jessica was even trying to break it down to her like, listen, this is Bambi feels you attacked her. And she got mad at Jessica. I mean, it's like it has to be Spice way or the highway, and that's just insane. Now, the whole Cardi and Spice situation, I understand Spice frustration. She already had explained to Cardi that she wanted her distance. She did not, under no circumstances, want Cardi Red living next to her or across the street. Whatever the case may be, I understand. I get that part. If I explain this to my friend or anybody in general and they still do it, like, it is a little irritating. So I understand her on that part, but that is still not a good enough excuse to attack nobody. Especially when this person's not looking, not saying anything to you. Like, I mean, come on now. And then she say, oh, it's strange men. I guess Carly ended up renting the house out. And it's strange men outside smoking weed. So that made her even more angrier. I mean, this is life. People smoke weed. I understand we got kids. I have 6. And I explain to my kids to always be a leader, not a follower. So you are going to see a lot of different things in life. You are going to see people do bad things, things that you are taught not to do. So you just remember what you're taught. You remember you don't have to do this because you see adults doing it or you see kids doing it. It does not matter. You always do what's right. So Spice have to understand your kids are going to see a lot worse than men smoking weed. You just got to remember to remind them, it's okay. You just know that that's not good for you. You don't do that. I mean, I just think that this whole situation, Spice, is she just blowing it out of proportion. It's not that serious, guy. What's that saying this older lady said? Like, basically, you turning a minor issue into a major one. I think she said you turning a mole into a mountain. Something like that. But yeah, that's to me, in my opinion, that's what Spice is doing. Like, it's just not necessary. Again, Carly already was saying she was just scared. She just looked like she was terrified to even talk to Spice. And that's sad. I mean, regardless of, if I have a friend, regardless of what we go through, I don't never want them to just be terrified to come speak to me. That's just sad. But because I think it's because of how Spice gets so aggressive with everybody, I do feel like that cast members are scared of her. And I think that's why nobody really holds her accountable. Like, I want to talk to Spice and tell her I don't necessarily agree with her actions and the way she handled things, but I'm scared she might snap on me. She might try to physically attack me. And even the situation with Carly said she didn't even say anything to Spice. Basically, Spice just like attacked her out of nowhere. And you see nobody really trying to stop Spice. Unless I seen Kurt and Shekinah. Other than that, everybody like just looking. I see the production people, step out or whatever, but I still don't feel like nobody holds her accountable. And boom, when you look at the preview for the next episode, she just talk about, oh, Carly did this and that, but what do you do? Or how could you have dealt with that situation differently, or, you know what I'm saying, like in a better way? I don't understand her actions of constantly provoking or attacking people. And then you want to always play victim, talk about your damn surgery or stomach, but why in the hell do everybody else have to consider your health, your unhealed incisions on your stomach, but you don't consider it when you go to attack people? Like, I'm just saying, I need somebody to help it make sense. Is people supposed to spare you as you're walking towards them to attack them because your stomach is not healed? It's not realistic to me, in my opinion. Everybody else is supposed to spare her because of her health, but she does not spare her own life because of her health. Like, your stomach is not completely healed, but you are constantly going to fight people. Like, literally, like, no, it's not realistic. And they gotta stop babying her. They baby her. Nobody holds her accountable. Kurt made excuses for her. Shekinah made excuses for her. Oh, because Carly do this and that. And everybody know Carly is not innocent. I'm not saying that, but just to go out of the blue physically attack somebody when they're not even looking to pay attention, it's not right. It's not right at all. But I will say, at the end of the video, it felt good to hear her at least take some type of accountability at that point. She did apologize to Bambi. She did. That was good. But I'm talking about towards the end of the video when she just kind of agreed that she knows she take things too far and she needs to kind of work on herself. I appreciate that. And I hope she stick to it, because these situations, in my opinion, are just not acceptable. It's unnecessary. As grown people, as a grown woman, I think she needs to relax, and I think counseling would be good for her. A lot of us need counseling because of a lot of things that we have been through. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us also are not out here attacking people. I pray that she gets the help and the healing that she needs, because this is life, and like we all go through things, and we all could use some type of healing, some type of advice, some type of help, some shoulders to lean on, some hugs. Like, this is serious. Like, life can get hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I pray that she gets the help, but I don't feel like if people keep dismissing her actions and not telling her like, hey, you gotta calm down and you have to treat people better. If everybody keep dismissing it, she's not gonna get help. Just like she asked Kurt, do you think I'm crazy? And it doesn't necessarily, and he could have said, no, I don't think you're crazy, but I do feel like you could have handled certain situations better, or I do feel like you should work on your anger, like, you know. But yeah, so I've given you guys my thoughts, my opinions. my answer to do I feel like Spice is ever held accountable, and I've also given you guys my reasons why. As always, you guys interact with me and let me know what you guys think so we could discuss this further in the comments. See you guys later. Be blessed.